cool here. It's the first time I've done a live properly on YouTube, and we're going to be talking about digital marketing courses. Now, I've got no idea who will be coming in or watching me. I can see that one person's watching now. Feel free to leave a comment, and I'll have to work out how I see it. So, what are we going to be talking about today in terms of digital marketing courses? Well, I'll tell you a true story, actually. Something that happened last night and this morning. So this time last year, we're at a friend's birthday party, and I meet a Scottish couple. And part of that Scottish couple, her name is Zoe, and she lives around about 2 hours north from here. And she works online and for remote working and things like that. When I met her 12 months ago, she was also into handicrafts. Hey, Jacqueline, I can see the comments coming up. Camilla! Jacqueline, you're the first person that's ever left a comment for me on here. So there you go, you take that prize. Thank you so much. And good morning, Peter, as well. Hey, we're doing this for the first time on YouTube. It's cool. And we've got Steve Palmer in. Morning, Steve. Good to see you. She's not a nurse, but I like it, Peter. Good morning, Catherine. Everybody's coming in to see this for the first time. This is great. Hey, Ruth. I will say hello to everybody, by the way, as I get this story out. So, woohoo, what did I win? Oh, you get a hug and a kiss. The second prize is 2 hugs and 2 kisses. So, anyway, I dropped her a message, asked how she was and what have you not. And unfortunately, her relationship's spiraled out and they've gone through divorce and what have you not, and which is a shame. And I just said, look, I remember that you were trying to create something, a little bit of handicraft and stuff like that. Can I tell you what I'm doing? And she drops me a message back going, yeah, of course. So I've sent her the link to VIP Entrepreneurship, and I told her a little bit about what digital marketing courses are about. And then I said, look, there's a few other companies out there like Ultimate Branding Course, Digital Wealth Academy, SMGB, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I don't know if you know anything about it at all, but I'd be really happy to have a chat with you if you wanted to. She leaves me a voicemail back. She said, David, it's really weird how the world turns sometimes, because I was only on Instagram over the last couple of weeks looking at a new way on how to bring income into my life. And I came across a Digital Wealth Academy. I haven't bought anything yet, but I've started to investigate it. Hey, Isabel, good morning, Gemma. and I thought, wow, isn't that amazing? Isn't that truly amazing? I know somebody who I don't know online, but I know in real life. And I've asked her if she knows anything about digital marketing courses, basically. And she said, well, I'm just looking into it. So, I have a question for all of you. And you can tell me down here right now with a simple yes. Do any of you have friends? It's as simple as that. Do any of you have friends? Because I wondered if you don't want to sell to a friend, you don't want to pitch to a friend. You know, when you get into something like, I don't know, some multi-level marketing, like Isabel's got friends. Ruth, yes, perfect timing. Absolutely. I know when you get into like multi-level marketing, like Forever Living or what have you not, and they go, all right, go and tell to your brothers and your sisters and your aunties and your uncles and your mum and dad, the rest of it. I don't like any of that. I don't like that sort of energy. I don't think it's pretty nice at all. But maybe you could actually send a text message out saying, have you ever heard of what digital marketing courses are? It's something I'm exploring myself. Would you like to take a look? And you don't have to do any selling and you don't have to do any convincing. Peter doesn't have any friends at all. I'm sure Peter does. I'm sure Peter has lots of friends when he's out drinking in Germany. But I wondered if you could drop a text message to a few people. So here's my next question, right? How many people could you drop a text message to today? So here's one of your, here's how I want you to answer. I've answered the number 3. So you can do it to at least 3 people. The number 5, at least 5 people or more, right? So how many people could you send a text message to today where you say, look, I'm doing this thing called digital marketing. Have you ever come across it at all? Question mark. Could you send that to 3 people? Could you send that to 5 people? Could you send that to more? And all we're looking for, thank you for the hearts, by the way, are just people who we already know. That's it. They may actually be a business owner. They may actually be into handicrafts and stuff like that. They may do, I don't know, Avon or Betterware or whatever stuff gets thrown through your door or what have you not. Good morning, Indie. So I wouldn't go out there trying to push what you do and what have you not. Hey, Lisa, good morning. But you could say to them, hey, you know, have you ever come across digital marketing courses? I'm not going to throw this down your throat, but I can show you how I'm starting to make some cash. Did you hear what I said there? Starting to, right? Not how I'm making cash, not how I'm ripping up the world and, you know, changing the rule book. I'm just wondering how many people you can text today. So how many people can you text today? Can you text 1 person? Can you text 3? Can you text 5? Can you text more? And you know if you've not made any money whatsoever, that's fine. Because the thing is, they might say, oh, what's that about? And you can say, well, I've just got into it. I've only been doing it for a few weeks. I've not made any cash yet, but what I've got into looks quite interesting, and it is interesting, and I'm enjoying it. I just thought I'd share it with a few people. So come on. I've got 11 people on here now. I did have as many as 19. Where are you all gone? How many of you would actually send a message out today? Or if you'd say 0, write the word 0 down, because that is equally as important. So if you're not ready to send a text message out, write the word 0 down. Because here's the thing. I don't want anybody to have to sell. But I think that we should all be brave enough, confident enough to say who we are and what we're doing. Now, let me just change things around a little bit, right? Let's just say that your partner set up a car valeting business, right? Your partner set up a car valeting business. Would you text your friends and family within a 10-mile radius? Should have asked you this question first. Would you text your friends and family within a 10-15-mile radius that your partner has now set up a car valeting business, and do they know anybody? Yeah, we would, right? Ruth says 0 at the moment. Okay then, Ruth. So that's really brave to say that, Ruth, and it's a really, really good starting point. Because once you start to unpick way 0, and there's nothing wrong with being 0, by the way, Ruth. Camilla says, well, probably 0 because I'm not ready yet, but I soon will. Peter says 1 at least. I like what Camilla says as well. I'm not ready yet, but I soon will. Are we projecting ourselves on our friends and family? That's interesting, isn't it? Lisa says yes. Are we projecting ourselves on our friends and family? And what I mean by that is this. I can understand why we might not go and tell people about, would you go and take a look at this, if we don't have any sales in yet. I can understand why, because maybe that person, we'll call that person Derek. Derek might want to ask you some questions and stuff like that. But what if we just said, I've only just got into this. Do you want to take a look? And leave it there. Oh, Ruth, message retracted. I'm not sure if you did that, Ruth, or if Google YouTube did that. So you have to let me know. So it's really, really interesting. If we're not prepared to send a text message out to friends right now about this, that's okay. But why? A step too far is I need just out the blocks with this. Right, okay, Ruth. I wonder if we can reframe it. Now, I'm not trying to convince you into doing this, Ruth, and everybody else. I'm just trying to reframe it for us. Where it might be, are we trying to be the expert? And are we trying to, are we trying to be an expert? Are we trying to be too sure of this? Because I'll rephrase it. You removed it. Okay, thanks, Ruth. I get to see that now because I'm just learning this YouTube thing here, see how it works. Let me reframe it. You've seen an advert for a new bar that's opening and a new restaurant, and you haven't tried it yet, but it looks exciting and it looks good, but you haven't tried it yet, could you possibly mention that to a friend? Oh, have you seen that new bar that's opening up? Have you seen that new restaurant that's opening up? Because we have those conversations, right? And yet we haven't even gone to the bar yet. We haven't gone to the restaurant. We haven't gone to the concert. We haven't done this. Or it could be a case of, excuse me, maybe something that you're in, excuse me. Have you seen that new iPhone that comes out yet? I think Marie tried to phone me while I'm live on YouTube. That ain't gonna work, Marie. So I wonder if there's things that we've done in our life or haven't yet done in our life. Excuse me. I wonder if there's things that we promote to other people, that we're happy to promote to other people, that we haven't even done yet ourselves. Such as, have you seen that new restaurant? Or, oh, that new iPhone, can't wait till that new iPhone comes out, I'm going to go and get it. Or, as me as a kid, with the computer games, I can't wait till that computer game comes out, I'm going to get that computer game. Are you going to get the computer game as well? I wonder what the difference is between saying that and, hey, I've just started to get into digital marketing. Have you seen it for yourself? I wonder what the difference is. I don't quite know the difference. I don't know if the difference is something specific and therefore universal for all of us, or is it something that was generalistic, that apply, not generalistic, but something that's personal, from person to person. Paul, morning. I'm sorry, late to the party. You're never late. Ruth says, I have an networking marketing business, so I want to tap into a different space. Right. Okay. I struggle to pick into that a little bit more without understanding a lot more about that. So I might not be able to run with it on this conversation. But let's just put the networking business to one side. Here's how to do it. And Ruth, I'm not picking on you. It's just that you put your hand up. Let's put that network marketing business to one side and just look at friends that you know. Do you know anything about digital marketing? I've just got into it. Do you know anything about digital marketing? Well, I'm not asking you to do it. I'm not trying to persuade you or convince you to do it. I'm just wondering, can we do it? Thank you. Thanks, Ruth. I'm just wondering, can we do it? Because, it's, oh, right, yeah, have you seen that new restaurant? Have you seen that new pub? Can't wait for that new car to come out, that new computer game, and what have you not. And we recommend stuff all the time, I think, in our life. So that's where I was at. That was it. Right. Okay. So how do I spin this on now for digital marketing courses? Well, let me just have a think, and I'll just give you a bit of a tour of Cognac. It's quite nice here, isn't it? See the towers over there? They've all been cleaned up, and you'll be able to stand on them, I think, at some time later on this year, and go up there and have a proper little tour. But that used to be the main entrance to Cognac, and the bridge used to come right out here, right out to the street. Well, the bridge didn't come up the street, but this was the main thoroughfare. It's a good call, David. As I said, a bit early for me. It's okay, Ruth. I don't want to take it too deep or anything like that. It's just a question I like asking because that's how I develop my business. I answer questions. I answer my own questions. How come I'm not doing that? What would happen if I did do that? What's preventing me from doing it? So here's the bar's open later on today. Oh, let's have a quick wave. Now they're all busy. Hey, bonjour. Oui, tu arrives ouvert à quelle heure? À 10 heures? Ouais. Oh, ok, j'arrive à 30 minutes. Non, franchement, 10 heures?
On fait 10 heures minuit, ouais.
Oui, cool, j'arrive, je travaille ici. Coucou, Chacha, sur TikTok, avec mes clients. This guy's called Jérôme, and he runs this bar, and he's a great guy, and this is his beautiful wife over here, Chacha. Yeah, oui, j'arrive avec mon ordinateur, et je travaille là. Est-ce que tu as le machine pour espresso, blablabla?
Ouais, je fais café.
Okay, cool. Right, guess where yeah, the blah blah blah. Guess where I'm working today. And aussi, j'arrive avec mon truc pour la plastification.
Ouais.
Je fais la publicité pour toi aujourd'hui. Right, you get to see my pigeon French. Morning, Darren. Oh, Ruth, the views around here are amazing. So this summer bar here. Oh, I've got something to share with you about digital marketing courses in this summer bar, right? So that was Jerome and Shasha. Her name's Charlotte, but they get called Shasha if your name's Charlotte for some reason. And excuse me. And they run a bar in town. It's actually inside the old Market Hall, which has been closed down for renovations. So they've taken over this place for the summer. And I've been going here for the last few summers, but it's their first time here. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Louise. Good to see you. And I've said, look, there's a lot of tourists come down here, but for the last few years, they don't really cater for the tourists. And they said, what do you mean they don't cater for the tourists? And I said, well, you put the menu up and what have you not, but the menu is never available in different languages. And they went, what? I said, yeah, they never put the menu up in different languages. And they said, oh, right, okay. And I said, would you like me to help you? And they said, yeah, please, if you can, that'd be great. So this is, how does that link into digital marketing courses? Thing is this, right? It might not help me at all, and that's okay. But it's a local business who I know, and they're cool, and I'm helping them. And I'm going to translate their thingamabob, their menu, into different languages. I use ChatGPT for that. And then I will print it off, and then I'll laminate it, and then they've got some good resources for behind the bar. Because one of the rooms at my house is being changed from my study, it used to be a study, I'm making it into a bedroom, I've got a gigantic whiteboard. So last week I took the whiteboard down there as well. So they've got blackboards and stuff like that, but they said a whiteboard would be really, really useful for them for the kitchen. So that's it, Paul, relationship and reputation you build with them. So I've given them, for the summer, my whiteboard. That's an expensive thing, it's like 60 quid or something like that, you know, and they're just setting their business up and like, wow, really, can we borrow that? Of course you can. Doesn't cost me anything to do. And as Paul says, relationship and reputation. So I just wonder what businesses who you know, just keep your eyes open. There's opportunities everywhere. The great thing about it is you're letting go. You're not chasing a sale. And there's no direct sale there at all, is there? There really isn't a direct sale there. It's just creating opportunities for other people. And it's a little bit like, I suppose, Amelie and I's friend Zoe, who's just getting through this divorce, and I get in touch with her and ask her about digital marketing courses, blah blah blah, and she said, actually, I've been looking at them, David. So I just wondered if we keep our eyes open today and this week. Hey Angel, good to see you. Moving away from the mainstreams of YouTube and TikTok and all that sort of thing, I wonder if we can actually just find more people just through a little bit of word of mouth. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? I've got something else to share with you in a second, which is a bit of a barnstorming idea, and you'll love it. And it's so easy as well. I mean, really, really, you'll love this. So, does everything have to be on TikTok? Does everything have to be online in terms of your advertising? Well, we've just proved it with text messages. They don't need to. And knowing somebody down your local pub, you don't need to. So before I share this barnstorming idea that you're all going to absolutely love and go, oh my God, why did I just think about that earlier? It just makes so much sense, David Paul. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, would you be able to subscribe to the channel, please, for me? I think we've got 81 subscribers so far. And so thank you for everybody that's subscribed so far. It's allowed me to go live. When I get to 1,000 subscribers, apparently your reach gets a lot bigger. So I'm 8.1% into getting to 1,000. I don't know how long that's going to take, but that'd be kind of interesting, wouldn't it? I still will be going live on TikTok, but I want to go live here on YouTube as well. Because before we get into my barnstorming idea, 2 reasons why I chose YouTube. One, I've noticed that some people have been getting banned on TikTok for various reasons that they don't understand. I think we all know KJ from our group, and she got slapped I don't know if she got banned, but she got slapped because apparently nudity, and she certainly was not. And I've seen other stuff as well. So I thought, damn, you know, you've got to protect your business a little bit, haven't you? You know, what if you're on TikTok and you're doing okay on TikTok, and all of a sudden your business gets pulled away from you? I don't know if you all know a lady called Jem, Jem. She's not a client of ours. She's a brunette. She must be aged about 34 years old. She's Welsh, but doesn't have a Welsh accent, long dark hair. And she's made like 45k or something like that. And her account got kicked. So, yeah, Paul, it is ridiculous. And yeah, loads of people have been getting banned. So maybe if we all go out there and create a YouTube channel as well. Now, why do I say YouTube? I'm not saying it's the best. I'm going to share with you why I'm looking at YouTube, and then I'll share with you my barnstorming idea that you all need. And you go, my God, David Poole, why don't I think of that? YouTube. Why YouTube? Instagram is entertainment. You can still sell on it quite clearly. A lot of people made a lot of money. Threads is the competitor to Twitter. Quite clearly, people are making money from it. And you've got TikTok. Why YouTube? Instagram is entertainment. TikTok is entertainment. Threads is a little bit more... I've not quite worked out Threads yet, if Threads is entertainment or not. But Threads certainly isn't educational. It can be educational. Amelie Roz. Morning, David. It's Kat, not Amelie. Is Amelie your daughter? That's my wife's name. Salut, Kat. And bonjour, Amelie Roz. Anyway, with my bad French accent, which Camilla's probably dying at, she can speak French. Good morning, Charlie. It's not Charlie, it's Marie. That's my son. Marie, you tried phoning me up, didn't you, a few minutes ago? Yeah, I had to get rid of you. Good to see you, Marie. And Amelie Ross, it's a beautiful name. Right. You might hear a bit of background noise in a minute because they're digging up the road. So sorry for that. I chose YouTube as my secondary one because I set up a YTC account last week. Well done, Jackie. The reason why YouTube is because it's educational. People come onto YouTube. Do they come on here for entertainment? Yeah, absolutely. But if there's a social media channel out there where people are looking for education, it's here. This is where people will go and watch about aliens, as an example. Obviously, clearly, that's me. And spirituality and quantum physics, all the topics that I love in my life. They will come and watch podcasts on here as well about their football team or what have you. Not, don't get me wrong. There's loads of wide variable stuff. But on TikTok, if you can catch people in right at the very beginning of the first 3, 4, 5 minutes, people do scroll on YouTube. People do scroll on YouTube, but they tend to be looking, because they've got the YouTube Shorts. But on the videos, they tend to be looking to sit down and watch something for a few minutes. So if you can get your story right, you're not trying to convince somebody to sit down and watch for a few minutes. It's almost as if they're mentally prepared. I'm going to go on YouTube and see what's on there. Why? How come? Because they've got 5 or 10 minutes or 15 minutes spare and they just want to watch one thing. Or, oh, let's go on TikTok and just have a browse and see what's around. And they go flick, 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 flick. Oh, don't worry about it, Marie. It's all good. So that's why I've chosen YouTube. Anyway, give me a yes in the comments if you would like to hear my wonderful hack for getting out your digital marketing courses in a way that nobody else does. I mean, literally, nobody else does this. And you can be the king or queen in your area if you want to. Daz is like, yes, and I'm straight in there. Paul's like, yeah, I want to hear this wonderful hack. Yes, please, says Louise Brown. And I bet you this hack is not going to cost you more than £10, and you'll be able to get this out to at least 500 people. Angela says, yes, yes, and yes. And the hack is this. Camilla says, yes, please. I need to start work, David. Pete says, I'm listening. 2 words. Are you going to kill me for this? Because you know the answer already. Business cards. That's it. Business cards. Now, I'm not going to go into about what you should write on those business cards or anything like that, but it needs to be an invitation to somebody where to say, look, selling digital marketing courses online can make a great income. Do you want to know more? Send me a text message. Go to my website. Here's my WhatsApp number or what have you not. It sounds bonkers, but what's it going to cost you to go to Vistaprint, and go and get yourself 500 of those? Don't worry about the content that's written on there at the moment. You might not even want to write digital marketing courses as the headline, but why don't you have some of those and give them out to people? Lisa says, I love that. Put some in your purse, put some in your wallet. How many shops have you got locally? Right, where was I? At the weekend, when I was at Amelie's Village, I went into a little pizzeria shop, where they sell jams and chocolates and biscuit tins and all that sort of stuff, right? We went in there, and of course there's some notices in there from local people. I can't remember her name, it's not really relevant anyway, but there was a girl on there, 14 years old. I'm a babysitter. I've got a younger brother, age 6. I've got a younger daughter, sister, age 4, or something like that. I'm very good with children. I'm £10 an hour. I'm available in Mouchon. Here's the phone number. And I think the phone number was for a mum, actually, or for a dad. Can't remember. It was one or the two. And bonjour, and you see this all the time, right? You see this all the time. I mean, the last time you went into a kebab shop, there's stickers, there's stuff on the side or on the wall and things like that. Can we do that? And the people that contact you, they are actually genuinely interested in building their business. Here's the really, really cool thing. You know how you think that everybody knows, the whole world knows about digital marketing courses? They don't. The whole world, in the UK anyway, knows about Avon, and they know about Betterware, and they know about Ann Summers and stuff like that. But digital marketing courses, what's that? In fact, there's a whole bunch of people out there, and Ruthie will tell you because she's into network marketing. There's a whole bunch of people out there in that network marketing field already that have been fed up with their existing product and would like to try something different. One of the problems with network marketing is actually shipping the product out to somebody and all that sort of palaver and getting repeat customers and trying to recruit people. Of course, you don't need to recruit people in this, do you? I mean, this is the case of, look, this is who I am and this is what I do. Do you want to take a look? Isn't that interesting? Lisa says, I need to jump. Have a great day. Off to check out business cards. Thanks, David. Cheers, Lisa. Good idea. Stick a QR on there and link it to your Beacons website. Oh, Paul. Paul's taken a good idea and up-leveled it. How fantastic is that? Well done, Paul. I love that, mate. Right. I need to breathe. Do I need to walk down? I don't need to walk on here. I'll have a little walk around for a little bit longer. So, what else can we do? What else can we do? I'm going to share with you, right? Thank you, Catherine. It's so cheap as well, isn't it, right? And you can just always carry a few with you and just pass one out to a person. I like what Paul said, have that QR code on it. That'd be great. So I've got something else for you as well. This is I like giving true stories because it's easy to talk about. So a true story goes like this. When I was working with driving schools, all driving schools want to be able to advertise, get seen and stuff like that. These are two true stories. And this particular company said, our driving school said, look, hold on a second, is he coming up here? No, he's just turning his machine on. They're relaying the road. I need to move my car out soon. This particular driving school wanted to get out there and advertise in a different way. And I said, are you open to a crazy idea, but you're going to get 20 or 30 people advertising your business every day? And he went, how on earth did you get 20 or 30 people advertising your business every day? I said, easy. Now, it cost him, I can't remember, a couple £100. Probably cost a little bit more now. But go to your local school, your younger school, the younger school, where they have to wear high-vis vests when they go to school and come back from school, and the kid is wearing high-vis vests. I said, go and buy 30 of those, and go and get your business name written across the bottom, and then give them to the school. Driving instructor said to me, are you mad, David? Kids who are 6 years old and 7 years old aren't going to learn to drive. I said, they aren't your target audience. Infant school, there you go, Paul. I said, they aren't your target audience, mate. I said, they're just the ones that are carrying it. oh shit, yeah, there is actually a school, and they're always looking for charitable donations and things like that. I could do that. I'll approach him. So he did. A few weeks later, this school has now got 30 kids walking to school in the morning and coming back from school in the morning because they have to wear their high-vis vests with the name of his driving school on. How cool is that? And everybody that sees it, so there's 30 kids, so therefore there's 30 families, and they talk about it and they see it and they walk to school and come back from school and other people see it. Word spreads. The sales, the phones, for that driving school did not stop. I've seen you, you're on that high-vis vest, you do this and do that. They just thought it was a really, really cool thing to do, to sponsor a school in that sort of way. So that was one really, really cool idea. I loved that. I'll share another one with you. I can't remember his name. The next guy, what was his name? Graham, it's called GDT, Graham's Driver Training, I remember that. And he was based up in, not Bury, he was based up in Bury. And we were talking about different ideas and what have you not, and he wanted to do a proper advert in some sort of way. David, rather than we spend 300 quid on Yellow Pages this year, I want to put it somewhere else. Where should I put it? I went, right, girls football team. You went, you what? Right, girls football team, mate. They're underfunded and they're always looking for shirts. You went, shit, yeah, they are, aren't they? So he went out to Bury and he found a girls football team and he approached them and he said, do you need any shirts for the new season? And the manager went, yeah. He said, right, I'll buy the shirts. It's got my driver training on the front. Will you promote my driving school? He said, I won't need to promote your driving school. He said to Graham, he said, the girls will love you for it. Now, these girls are all aged between 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. That sort of age group. He picked up clients immediately. And of course, they told people, Graham actually expanded his driving school. He went from 1 person to 3 people, if I remember rightly, on the back of this. The following year, he sponsored them again, but the school, the football team were really clever. The kit that they used in year 1, in year 2, became their away kit. So now, Graham had his sponsor from year 1, or season 1, still being used in season 2. Right, so when they went away, and he had a long-standing relationship with them. He went through all the team. Where were they going to go for driving lessons? I mean, and that's driving lessons. It's not digital marketing courses. And no, that cost them a few hundred quid. I can't remember, 300 quid, something like that. But I'm just saying that we can think differently, rather than sitting out there all day, posting a video, uploading a video, going live and what have you not. We think smart about things. We can see, we can start to see different types of opportunity. And when you are on a high-vis vest for school or football shirt or something like that, guess what? There's no competition. You've alienated all your competition. The problem with uploading onto a social media platform is it's competition after competition after competition. But, if you look at the ones on TikTok, they're all saying, hey, you need to have a financial freedom and all that sort of stuff. But people are elsewhere wanting financial freedom. I mean, we mentioned business cards a minute ago, but who do you know who's got a shop window in town where you don't even have to know them? You can just go and approach them and say, can I put my post up in your shop window for me, please? They go, yeah, why not? I mean, the worst thing they can say is no, right? But maybe it's the kebab shop, the chip shop, maybe it's a local grocery store, the spa type thing and stuff like that. Where do you go shopping at? Asda, Tesco's, Sainsbury's. When you come out of there, you've always got that the little notifications board on there, haven't you? What if you put something on there? I'll tell you another good place as well. Doctor surgeries, if they allow you, because some do, some don't. And vets places. Is it okay if I put this poster up, please? Yeah, of course it is. Oh, no, we don't allow posters. Fine, it doesn't matter. But when you sat down in a vet's, what do? You just sit there, look bored for 20 minutes before you take your cat or your dog or your rabbit in or whatever, goldfish, and you sit there, look bored, and you twiddle around on your phone. But if something catches your eye on the wall that's interesting, what do? Go and read it. And these are all these little nice simple ideas. Camilla says, I lied, David. Just texted a kinesiology colleague of mine, or I mentioned what I'm doing now in my reply, and she's like reaching out to me, asking me to do some graphics for her on Facebook. Camilla, I love it. Look at that. Get in there. Barbershops always take business cards. Paul, brilliant. So if it's not barbershops, hair salons, spas, nail bars, and stuff like that, and you've got a captive audience. So there you are. You're in the barber shop and you're waiting 20 minutes to get your hair cut. What are you doing? Obviously you're playing on your phone. If you're not playing on your phone, what are you doing? Looking at a poster. How easy would it be for you to go and create a poster? And it's just, I think Jackie Book, by the way, it's just saying to Camilla, action, love it. This is what it's about. This is exactly what it's about. It's about rolling our sleeves up, getting up and getting out there, and we can do things differently. I'm not saying put decals or livery on your car. Can do if you wanted to, but yeah, I don't think most people will with this sort of thing. I'm not saying don't do it, but that can be a little bit more permanent. Okay, you can get magnetics, but I've got another one for you as well. Are you ready for this? I want the word yes, right? Or no. Yes or no. Who here in the last 12 months has gone to a car boot, either as attendee or somebody that's selling something from your car boot? Who here has gone to a car boot? I mean, I've not been to a car boot. We don't have them over here. We have something called Brocont, and I'll take my son there. I've been to a couple last year, right? I'm a notorious multitasker. Who here has been to a car boot? We don't have to go there and stand up and tell the world how great digital marketing is or anything. But what if we went to a car boot and even we just handed out business cards? We don't even have to have a car boot. We can just go there and say, look, I've got this. Would you be interested? Now, you can't hand out stuff in the street, right? Because local councils forbid it and stuff like that. But car boot, it's done on private land. What if you can go and do that? What if you actually had your own car boot? It's interesting. It's interesting, isn't it? Isn't it interesting? Who here's actually been to a networking meeting? Now, some of you might go, oh, don't do networking meetings. I work for the NHS, or I do this, and networking meetings seem a little bit too far for me. Oh, well, that's fine. That's okay. But some people, you could try one, couldn't you? Hello, my name's David. My first time today at a networking meeting, and I help people make money online through understanding digital marketing and reselling of courses. If anybody's interested, have a chat with me. Now, you could do that face-to-face, or you could do it online. There are, every single day, literally hundreds and thousands of networking meetings up and down the country, right across the world. And when they go into this networking meeting, what they all do is they share their contact details. So, let's just say that you went to one networking meeting a day. I'm not saying you should. You might think, God, David, I can't do one networking meeting a day. It's a bit far-fetched. But let's say that you did. It was Monday to Friday. Super. And you went to, and you saw 10 people in that networking meeting. There was 10 other people. Sometimes there'd be 6 or 7. Sometimes they could be 15, 20, 30. So we'll just say for a nice average of 10. It works to me as an average. Jackie's not done this. That's okay, Jackie. Well, you can have a look, and you just go and have a look at them and see what they're like. But do one online, and they'll say, hello, Jackie, who are you and what do you do? My name is Jackie. It's my first time I've been to a networking meeting, and I work for the NHS, but I'm starting up a little business where I sell digital marketing courses. I'm here today to find out if anybody else would like a second income, or if anybody here is a bit entrepreneurial. That's it, done and dusted. All the 10 people in that group, by the way, will be giving out their contact details. Or you go to the farmer's market. Jackie, that's awesome, there you go. So all of those people in there will be giving out their contact details. And what you do is you take the contact details and you write them a little message afterwards, a text message, a WhatsApp, a little email, a LinkedIn message if you want to, whatever. And you go, hey, Sarah, I've just seen you on the networking meeting today. This is what I do. Would you know anybody that might be interested in what I offer? Now, these people are networkers. Now, some of them are bad networkers and some are exceptional networkers. But what if you went to one a day, Monday to Friday, each networking meeting was an hour long, and you met 50 people right there are interested in developing their business and developing their income. That's why they're there. That's why they spend their time there. You've got 50 people to send a proper message to, and they've already kind of met you in these networking meetings. And by the way, many of the people that go to these networking meetings, they are brand new. Some of them are very experienced, and some of them, bonjour, and some of them are completely brand new. It's all good. It's all fine. But what a different way. Isabel says, I've not been to a car boot. Never been to a car boot, Isabel. Where have you been? Pulling your leg a little bit. They're not my favourite places. I've got friends that do them and stuff like that. Right, ladies and gents, I'm going to love you and leave you. I just want to say a few things though, first of all. Number one, I hope you've enjoyed my session today, and I hope you find it useful and inspiring or insightful in some way that you can start adding to your business and start selling more digital marketing courses to get closer to your dreams and miracles. The other thing is to thank you all for actually spending your time with me, especially on my... I did do a live the other day, a practice live off my laptop, and it didn't go too great, but this is the first one I've ever done it off my phone. So thank you so much for being here with me on my very, very first live. Jackie says, actually, I did speak to one of the consultants last week. I was telling him about starting digital marketing. He said he was interested in how it goes. Jackie, there you go. And if you hadn't have asked, you'd have never have known. Steve Palmer, have a good day, David. Steve Palmer, have a good day. Everybody, have a great day. Stay awesome. Thank you for joining me on my very first. I'll mix it up. I won't do them all on YouTube. I'll do some on TikTok as well, and we'll see how we go. I need to work out how to turn this off. There's an X button, top left-hand corner. Bye. See you, Louise.